Hello everybody and welcome to the very second episode of the Tekkit Toolbox. As always, I'm your host Glitcher, and somewhere upstairs is my omnipresent co-host William Phileas T. Bunstable. I think I'm done down here, Will.
Oh, hi. I'm just pulverizing the meat that our guests gave us. Donated, if you will.
That sounds delicious, but why are you... Oh, it's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
Say no more. Anyway, I need you off that.
Oh, yeah, I'm nearly done.
No, I need it really now, like very soon, as in right now.
Well, okay, I'll tidy up.
No time. There's probably no time.
Oh! Oh! I can't believe you just did that!
I'm sure you
could
can.
have crushed me!
Well, I'm sorry for the almost part.
Wait.
Don't think about it. Come on. Let's get on with this tutorial.
Can I...
So...
Before we do anything,
B.A.M.
can you fix this monitor?
Okay.
I want to get playing games.
This is a terrible patch job you tried to do.
Or maybe you should have repaired it yourself properly.
Maybe you should stop breaking it every time you fail at Worm.
I've got no argument.
No, not today.
Come on,
not today. Not today.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. No.
Come on.
Right there, sorted.
Thank you.
Okay, so today we're going to look at the following points. Well, first of all, we're going to use this thing, B.A.M. We're going to use this every episode to list what we hope to do. So in this episode, we want to do the following. Well.
What? I've nearly picked up the first thing in Worm.
Well.
What?
Go downstairs and change the disc for the proper disc.
What?
The disc.
The disc?
The disc. For the projector, for B.A.M, you've been faffing around. I don't even know when you had a chance to do this. Please go downstairs, replace the disc. We've got a tutorial to do.
Is this not the tutorial? Ignore everything you say, because I'm trying my best to do that right now.
Go downstairs, change the disc.
All right, fine.
Also, I want you to feed the guests while you're down there.
Okay.
Well, no, do the disc first. While I'm down here, actually, it's probably worth mentioning. This whole room of redstone wiring, it looks very, very complicated. It's worth mentioning that this entire room can be replaced with one computer. In fact, the only reason I made this was to just illustrate the point that you could just do one computer instead of this entire room of redstone. So, have you replaced the disc?
I put a disc in, yep.
Disc has been removed, please insert it. No, you haven't.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it sometimes doesn't register when you do it too fast.
Disc does not contain appropriate information. What have you put in there?
I'll tell you after the watershed.
Please put the disc in so we can go on with this tutorial.
Fine.
I swear you're going to give me a breakdown.
Maybe in a few episodes' time.
Right. So getting started. So.
By the way.
Yes.
Right. I don't like how many bogies are on the underneath of this table. Can you please stop lying underneath there and sneezing?
I promise nothing.
I'm going to play Worm.
Right. Okay, so getting started. Step 1 is build a computer. Step 2, learn the computer commands. Step 3, functions. Step 4, make a program. So we're going to cover all these in this tutorial, or this episode, should I say. So step 1, build a computer. So if I go over here, here's the commands. Here's the recipe for building a computer. So it's just.
I got a score of 90. Look.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, very good. On easy, is it? So 7.
No.
It is 7 stone, 1 glass pane, and 1 redstone. It's a very, very complicated recipe, as you can see. So in a sort of upside down U shape, put your glass pane at the bottom and redstone in the middle, and there's your computer. So now that we've built that, what's step 1? Step 2. Learn computer commands. So, right. So tell you what. Well,
Ah, I just died again.
do you want to
I
help
only
me?
got 20 that time.
Okay. Well, can I use that computer? I need to learn. I need to show them.
No.
Yes, I need to learn. I need to show them the computer commands.
No.
Yes.
I'm playing Worm.
I don't care whether you're playing Worm.
I'm playing Worm.
I don't care.
I got. Use it now.
Jesus. Yeah, alright. Luckily, got some spares. I'll have to make an extra one actually. Oh. Luckily, got that recipe in here too, so that's just 8 smooth stone. And that, don't worry about making monitors yet though. We'll teach you how to use those in a later episode. So here we are. Now that Angry Mick Cry a Lot has just run off, I'm going to show you how to make use a computer using the ComputerCraft commands. So it's very simple to learn. It's basically DOS commands. Now if you've never used DOS, don't worry about that. All you need to remember is that ComputerCraft OS works on the principles of directories. Now a directory is essentially a folder full of things, just like in Windows. So right now we're in the root directory. Now to see what is in a directory, you just have to type dir. So dir, enter. So now we've got 3 things in this directory: ROM, and then a program called to console, and a program called to monitor. So let's go into the directory ROM. So we type, to change directories we have to type C as in change and D as in directory, then space, and then the directory we want to go to, so ROM. There we go, so now we're in CD-ROM. Now, what are we doing here? Now we see what's in this directory, so dir. And there's 4 things in this one. These are all, the top 3 are directories, sorry, and the bottom one's programs. So programs, so we type cd, change directory, programs, just go in there. So now push dir again, and here we are looking at this. Now, what we should do now, if we want to go, for example, back a directory into ROM, what you can do is you can refer to it as ... so like that. Now, to change directory to the one before, all we do is say cd, change directory, ... and now we're back in ROM. Now, if for whatever reason you want to get back to the root directory, all you need to do is type cd space and then backslash, which is the one next to Z there. So there you go. So here we are, back at the root directory. Now I think that is everything you'll need to learn, really, to begin with, to use ComputerCraft. So what's the next step? Functions. So if we just get onto function. What the hell was that?
Did I hear somebody say we were going to hold a function?
No, but I'm glad you're here. No, I'm not. But you're going to help me show these fine individuals how to use functions.
Okay.
So
we're not having a party?
We'll have a party if you get this right. So hold on, let me just...
Oh, okay. That sounds like a challenge.
There you go. So now everything that Will does is going to show up on this monitor. So Will, if you want to follow some basic instructions for me, just to prove you can.
Okay, I guess.
Okay, so
Okay.
if you just type Lua into the command there.
Lua. L-U-A.
Yeah, and then enter.
Okay.
Now what this is an interactive Lua prompt, as it says on the screen there. And what that means is that...
It's like you can read.
Yeah, like, I can read. I've got books. Yeah, so it means basically that anything you type in will be interpreted as Lua code and immediately actioned. So an example of that is if you want to type, if you want to type print.
Print.
Yeah, and then open bracket.
Open bracket.
And then in speech marks type hello. Yeah, and then close speech marks and close brackets.
Speech marks,
and
brackets.
push enter.
Push enter.
And it says hello. Now ignore the number
Hello, one and all.
The 1 there is just something that the Lua prompt does, just to let you know that it's actioned 1 line of code. So don't worry about that for now. So what we need to do is I've set up this little test light here next to the computer. Now we're going to turn this light on using redstone. Now,
the one next to the disk drive.
next to the disk drive, yeah, at the top. So to do that, what we need to do is use the redstone API. Now we'll touch on what an API is in a second, but for the time being, all you need to know is that it's an umbrella term. An API is an umbrella sort of name for a bunch of commands that all sort of do similar things or do things to do with one topic. So in this case, anything that interacts with redstone is under the redstone API. So to use an API, you type its name. So if you type redstone, no space for me, please, Will.
Okay, redstone.
Then dot.
One word.
Yep.
Dot.
So if you do dot or a period or full stop, or whatever you're going to call it, what that does is that tells us that we're doing something within the redstone API. So the dot means that we want a function within redstone. So the function we want to use is set output with a capital O.
Set.
So yeah.
Set.
Output with a capital O.
With a capital O.
Yep.
This is all case sensitive.
Yes, yes.
Output.
Yeah, and then open bracket.
Open bracket
Yeah.
again.
So now all functions have brackets. Some will have empty brackets, so you'll just open and then close the brackets again, or some will have something called arguments in them, which, as you can see there where we printed hello, that took one argument, and that's what you want it to say. So in this case it was hello. In this case, set output takes two arguments, and that's what side we're talking about and what we want to do with that side. Because a ComputerCraft computer can output a different signal from every side of itself. So in this case,
so the top and the bottom,
yeah,
the front and the back,
exactly, left and right,
the left and the right.
Yeah, exactly that. So in this case,
that makes sense.
Yes, well, I hope it does. In this case, it's the right hand side. So
stop nudging me.
I'm not nudging you.
Nudging me.
So in this case, we want to use the right hand side. So you have to put it in speech marks.
Why?
Because well, we'll go over variables in the next episode, but for the time being, just remember you have to put it.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay, so then comma.
Comma.
Yep.
What does that do?
That separates the two arguments. So because there's two arguments, we need to be able to tell the computer that there's a difference between the two. So right is the first argument. Now true is the second argument. So if you type true.
True.
Yeah. No, not in speech marks. That doesn't need to be in speech marks.
Speech
no,
marks.
Because true and false are absolute values that the computer understands, so it doesn't need to be in speech marks.
Okay.
And close bracket.
And that's two arguments.
Yeah. So now when you push enter, because true means turn it on, we've got the light on.
It turns. It's like it's sending a redstone signal.
It's exactly what it is like, because that's what it's doing. So if you now go back onto the computer and type, push the up character on your keyboard, it'll bring back what you've just typed. Now, if you change that true to false,
okay, false.
Yep. And then close bracket. I don't know if there was one there already, and then push enter. And now it's turned off.
Well, that's predictable,
but impressive. So yeah, so that is.
I'm wowed.
That is really all there is to functions. Now, if you want to exit out of that, just type exit, open close bracket, because exit is a function.
Exit.
Yeah, exit and then open and then close brackets.
Okay, open. Okay, and this.
Enter. That takes no arguments, so push enter. There we go. So now you've exited the Lua prompt, and we're back into the Craft operating system. Now, I want to really briefly touch on how to learn about the APIs if you want to have an experiment. So if you type APIs, so APIS.
Oh dear, I can see where this is going.
You're so childish.
Yeah.
No, get rid of the second. Right, okay.
Right.
Push enter. And now that lists every API on the computer. Now you don't have to remember all these, but there's redstone there. You don't have to, like I say, you don't have to remember all these, but they're very, because we will go over every single one of these as we continue. So,
why is colours there twice?
because the creators of ComputerCraft were kind enough to make a different version for British English and American English.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. Now, if you just notice there's also, as there's redstone there, there's also RS there as well. Now, they're actually the same thing. It's similar to colours and colours. RS is just a shortening of redstone. So if people don't want
Did you just fart?
No, that was a car outside.
Oh, okay.
I do tend to fart like a car horn. Right, so RS is another way of typing redstone. So if you want to get out of that, just keep pushing buttons until it's done. Okay, we're done. Stop.
Oh, okay.
Okay, delete all that.
Can you guess what key I was pressing?
I have no clue. Okay.
It was W.
Okay, so real quick, if we now, if you want any information on any of these APIs, all you need to do is type help and then the name of the API, space, and then the name of the API. Which let's just use Redstone.
Redstone.
Yeah.
The one we were just using.
Mm-hmm.
Can I be clever and use RS?
If you like.
Okay.
And now it's listed everything there.
Oh, and there's the output that we were using.
Yeah. So as it says at the top there, API, and then it's just listing everything. Now these are very, very helpful. If you do forget what you're doing, you can just check it again. And then carry on. So if you want to clear that off the screen there, Will.
Okay, press any key. And again.
And again, just keep doing it until it's done.
Oh.
There you go. Now, to clear the screen, all you need to do is type clear, and then push enter.
Clear. Is this a function?
This is a program built into ComputerCraft. There you go.
That's why I don't need brackets.
Yeah. Okay, so I think now we're ready to go on to the next step of this episode.
Oh.
I know. Snap.
Can we have that party now?
We're not done yet. After step 4, step 5, which you can't see, is have a party. Okay. So. You can go outside and buy some paper cups or whatever it is you do every time we have a party. So yeah, make a program. So for today's program, we're going to make this damn waste of money exercise machine finally work.
Waste of money?
Yes, waste of money.
I spent 20% off on that.
I wanted a pony. So
you can't have a pony. You would break its back.
Oh.
And that's why we've got the exercise machine.
Oh. That is the meanest thing you've ever said to me.
It's really not.
No, you're right. Okay, so let's write the program.
It's the meanest broadcastable thing I've ever said to you.
Yeah, okay. So let's write a program for doing this to numb the pain of what you've just told me. So to write a program, all you need to do, or create a file or create a program, all you need to do is type edit. Dit. Yep. Space. And then the name of the program you want to create, or edit.
Okay.
No, give it a name that isn't an API.
So we probably shouldn't use existing names.
Yeah, don't use existing names. It confuses everything.
Okay.
Well, considering that we're trying to make this thing work,
is that a good name?
It's a bit long.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine, right?
Do?
That's fine.
I'll press
Push enter on that one, please. Now, okay. What that does is, you bastard. What that does is, it edits the file chubs, or it creates the file chubs depending on whether or not it can find it or not. If it can't find it, it'll create a new one. So immediately, what I always like to do after creating a new file is push Control to access the menu.
Oh, okay.
And then push enter to save.
Okay.
Okay, so you've saved the chubs. Right, so now we just need to use the Redstone API to lift this weight. So I've already connected a wire there. You don't actually need a wire, you can just connect it straight to the piston, but for this case I put a wire there. So if you type well, let's see how much you remember. What would you do?
Okay, so we're using the Redstone API.
Yeah, or RS for short.
RS. So I need a dot.
Yeah, because it's part of the Redstone API.
It's like a label.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we doing? We're outputting information to the exercise machine.
Yep. So
let's set some output.
Yep. Okay. So you're getting it.
I'm getting.
And they said you were unteachable.
Ah, they'd never offered me parties.
That's true, actually.
Except school disco, which just isn't worth it.
Especially at an all-boys school as well.
Don't do it, kids.
Actually, then again. Okay, so set output, open bracket.
Open bracket, because we want 2 arguments.
2 arguments, yep. So what side?
A row and a quarrel.
Okay. Well,
okay.
in this case, it's on the left-hand side.
On the left?
Yep. So in speech marks, don't forget.
Oh.
Because it's not.
Oh.
See, left isn't an accepted, a known thing. So you have to put it in speech marks so that it's a value that set output checks for especially. So then comma.
Okay. Now we can put the comma,
yep.
And we are making it lift.
Yes.
Which is
true.
I just typed true.
And then push enter.
Okay.
And now
it hasn't done anything.
Exactly. Yeah. So the reason it's not doing anything is because you're still writing the program. You're writing each line individually. So when we actually want to run the program, you do that differently. So.
So when we run the program, everything on this file that we are creating now will be run at once.
Exactly.
But in order.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, what we need to do now is put it back down. So do exactly what we've got there, but with a false at the end instead.
That makes sense. I'll just type correctly. Oh no!
Well,
I've ruined
push
everything.
Control to get out of that.
Okay. Oh, it nearly all went tits up there.
It's not like us. And then false, yeah, and close bracket.
Now I've added a space here between the arguments.
That doesn't matter at all.
Okay?
No, that's called white space, or in this case, I guess it's black space. But that makes no difference. That just makes it a bit easier to read. So.
Okay.
Okay. So save it.
Save it. Go into the menu. Save.
And then exit. So same way, just push right to go over to exit.
I pressed left and it's still worked.
Either or. And now, if you run the program by typing its name and then pushing enter.
Now, what was its name again?
You know what its name was?
No, hang on. There we go. I'll press enter.
And nothing happened. But you notice there was no error.
It didn't work.
There was no error, so.
Well, there was an error because it didn't work.
Well, the computer didn't say there was an error. Now, the reason why that didn't work is because it does each line immediately after the one before it. So there's literally like half a millisecond in between each line. So what's happened is we've turned the power on, then immediately turned it off again. So it was so fast that
I don't even think pistons move that quickly.
Exactly. The poor piston couldn't keep up. So if we want to edit the file again.
Okay, edit.
No, you could just push up and it'll bring it up.
Okay. So if I push up
and then up again.
Again.
There you go.
Cycling through what I've entered before.
Yeah, now you push enter.
Okay.
And if you go to the end of that line and push enter to add a gap in between. So what we want to do is we want to make the computer sleep in between these two.
It's like a whole new line.
Yeah, indeed it is. So
we want to make the computer sleep.
Well, okay, well
won't we have to boot it up again afterwards?
No, we want to make it pause in between the two lines. So if we type sleep.
That's just the code word to make it pause.
Exactly that. So open the bracket. This is a function that takes one argument and it's how long to sleep for in seconds. So so let's go for 3.
In
seconds.
In 3 seconds.
In 3 seconds, yeah. No, you don't have to type seconds, just the number 3.
Okay.
And then close brackets, enter. Not enter, sorry. Save it and then exit it.
Save.
Exit. There you go. So now if you type the file in again, or run it.
If I just run the particular name of this program.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
There you go. So that works perfectly.
You look better already.
Thanks. Really?
No. You're gonna have to do a lot more work.
Well, the important thing to remember about this is it's not just pistons. I mean, as we've shown with the lamp works too. Red power motors would work, redstone engines would work. Anything that takes a redstone signal.
Even a door.
Even a door. I mean, you could plonk a door there. Oh, have you even got a door?
I wonder. So.
Yeah. So if you wanted
if
to make that door work.
Okay. If I edit Chubs again. What are you laughing at?
That's so depressing.
So, okay, let's change this to the right. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to be really interesting.
What are you doing?
Put that on there.
Okay.
And I can put top.
Top,
in.
yeah, top is how you refer to the top of the computer.
Top.
Yep, and then...
If I save and exit and... Oh!
There you go. And then 3 seconds.
Ah,
and it
my
shuts
nose!
down. Serves you right.
Ah.
So, okay, so
Okay.
that's built a computer, check. Learned computer commands, check. Learned how to use functions, check. And made a program, check. Now, feel free to make these any sort of variations. Feel free to experiment with what you've been taught and maybe have a look at some of the other APIs that we've shown you how to look at. And hopefully by next week, you'll be interested in learning a little bit more.
Alright, but make sure you give me a little rest to recover.
So, I think that's there we go. That's everything we need to do. So, it's not about you, but I'm happy to say goodbye.
I'm always happy to say goodbye to you.
What are you doing?
It's a lot of fun. Hey!
Yay! Excellent. So,
I'm right worn out now.
well, that's good to know. Are you saying goodbye?
Goodbye, everybody.
Right, goodbye, everybody.
No. Oh! I don't like this. Why?
Are you stuck? Are you under the sofa?
I can't even see you.
Okay, so that's goodbye from me.
In the mechanism.
And that's probably goodbye from Will at some point. Hold on. See if we can get to it. No, it's going to take forever. Okay, so goodbye everyone, and I hope to see you next week. Bye, Will.
Please send help.